Hey, Mark, Shepard here, and I want to welcome you to today. And the theme that I've been working with in this particular 90-day challenge is changing beliefs. And one of the beliefs that I had installed from a pretty young age is, that nobody wanted to hear my music, and it was a misinterpretation of something my mother said. But I'm using it as an example of how all of us do the same thing. We take some little phrase, some idea, something that really wasn't meant to harm us, and we use it to hurt ourselves over the course of our lifetime. And that's what we're working on in the new belief change course, which is called Beyond Beliefs: How to Master Your Mind for a Change as a Modern Jedi. So that you can get what you want faster, easier, and better, etc. But today is Sunday, and I kind of every week I shift a little, and last week I was looking back, and one of the things I was talking about last week was how we need to have a way to reinforce and create evidence for the fact that we're making progress. And so I decided on Saturdays or Sundays, I'm going to reflect back on the previous week. And this last week, I got a lot done. I designed this jumbo postcard to send to the local elementary schools for my Together We Could Change the World program and my Beyond the Borders program. And I did that on Monday, worked on it all day, sent it off to Vistaprint, and Friday it arrived. That's pretty cool. So I got that done. Tuesday, I went into the recording studio to finish up some 3 of the songs that we've been working on, which it turns out it's going to be a new CD. So I'm kind of excited by that. And Riley O'Neill came in with me and Joe Monona, and she put on some harmony backup vocals, which was cool. So that project is done. I'm just waiting now for mixes from Joe Monona. And I'm also working on raising some money so I can pay Joe Monona. And so that's exciting. And then Tuesday night, I did my class. We did the Beyond Beliefs class. It was number 2. We are in, that was week number 2 of this 90-day challenge. And then Wednesday, what happened on Wednesday? Something exciting happened on Wednesday. I can't remember, but something good happened. I was busy all day. I got a lot done. I can't quite remember what it was. But at some point during the week, I was contacted by a college student out in Orange County at Orange Coast College, and he asked me if I would agree to be interviewed by him, and he sent me a bunch of questions, which was great, because I could answer the questions at my leisure as long as I did it by Friday, and I did it Friday night, I think, and then Friday morning I expanded it. So I was excited to be interviewed by someone who was willing to hear what I had to say about bullying, because ultimately a lot of the stuff that I do, from my music to my art to my NLP and hypnosis work, is all in response to the way I was as a kid. I was not the kind of kid that fit in. I was highly sensitive. I was easily teased. I was not strong. I didn't know how to fight. I wasn't good at sports. I was, in essence, the perfect target for kids to pick on, because they could make themselves look better and feel better at my expense. And that's one of the points I try to make. So that was cool. I did that interview, and then a friend of mine suggested that I submit an application to showcase as a singer-songwriter at the Solar Fest this summer in southern Vermont. So I did that, and then while I was at that, I decided to apply for the same kind of thing at the Falcon Ridge Folk Festival, so I did that. And then I also applied to the John Lennon Songwriters Contest, kind of while I was on a roll. And I got a couple of blog posts done. I know what I did on Wednesday. On Wednesday, I worked on the new course, Beyond Beliefs. And I just want to mention to you that you can actually take that course along with us. You just can't be in the class. And for $20 a month for the next 3 months, you can literally get the class materials, the videos, as I upload them, rather than having to wait until I release this. And when I release it, it's going to be more than $60. It's a pretty big course, and it teaches a lot of NLP fundamentals and stuff that you can literally use and apply right now to change your life more than anything you've ever experienced. And what's that worth? So it's probably going to be a lot more than $60 when I release it. So if you want to get in early and get a cheap price, you might want to check it out. And there will be a link below this video or somewhere in the video for that. So that was my week, and I got a lot done. Oh, and I saw a client. I took a break for a while from seeing clients and from seeking them. And I worked with a young man who was having some insomnia at college, and he was also dealing with the fact that his girlfriend had recently broken up with him, and he's kind of like me, kind of sensitive, and he's struggling. And so I worked with him. We did a hypnosis session, and that will be available soon as well, because I don't have enough to do. I decided to create an insomnia collection of different hypnosis programs or hypnosis sessions for insomnia, some of which you could play right before bed that would not count you back up into a wakeful state, and some which would count you back up into a wakeful state. So you could time when you wanted to listen to it. Excuse me. And so, wow, it was a packed week. I got a lot done. And it's by keeping track of what you accomplish that you can remind yourself in the times when you're struggling. And I had a few struggles this week. I had a few moments when I was like, oh, you know, some of my old doubts came up and all that kind of crap. And I just focused on, look what I've gotten done. Look what I'm doing. I'm actually taking action towards my dream in some shape or form every single day. And that to me is the ultimate goal. Are you taking steps almost every single day? Not every day, because everybody needs a break, but almost every day, right? Almost every day, are you moving towards who you want to be, where you want to go, who you want to be with, what you want to accomplish, what you want to have in your life, what you want to get rid of in your life, right? Are you making progress? And that's the key question. And all of that brings me to this morning. It's Sunday. I think it's April 22nd. I don't know what the date is. I'm not going to get up and look at the calendar, but we're coming down to the pretty much last week of April, and it's the Sunday before the end of April. It's the Sunday after Earth Day. The leaves are starting to come out. It's a beautiful day, and I'm staying indoors to do this. But I wanted to share why I'm doing all this crazy stuff. Why did I start to work on myself in the first place? Why am I doing a weekly mastermind? Why did I get into NLP? Why am I doing all this crazy stuff? Why not just be a musician? Well, I couldn't be a musician because I was too shy. I was too uptight. I had too much fear of performing, too much fear of criticism. I didn't have the health that I needed. I had no energy. So I couldn't do what I wanted to do. I couldn't do what I came here into this life to do. And so it's been years, pretty much. I've been writing songs for over 40 years now, since 1976. We're in year 41. And I made a vow that I would sing my tunes before I was gone. I made a vow that I would not die with my music in me. I think that's a Thoreau reference. It's not a Thoreau reference, but it's a reference to Thoreau, because most people die with their song still in them. And I vowed to be the guy that got his song out. And that doesn't mean my stuff is better than anybody else's. It doesn't mean I think I'm better than anybody else. It just means I think that I was put here to do songwriting. But not just any songwriting. Songwriting that contributes some positive transformational thing to the planet. And what has happened is, over the years, working on myself and learning self-hypnosis and doing energy healing work and learning NLP and timeline therapy and EFT and practicing all these and working with clients for over 10 years, almost 15 years now, working with clients, has given me more and more of the tools I need to overcome some of the limitations of my thinking, of my kind of default neurological program, which is really highly sensitive. I'd like to compare kind of those of us who are sensitive to people who might not be so sensitive. And it's the comparison of the studio mic that I use in the recording studio, which is an $8,000 mic. We put it in a shock mount. We don't leave it up on the shock mount. When we're done, we immediately put it in a wooden case lined with velvet, you know. There's another microphone that you just toss in your gig bag. It's made by Shure. It's Shure 58. And it's pretty much the microphone you see every rock band using. And it costs $100. And you could probably drive a nail with it, use it as a hammer. And this is not to disparage the Shure 58. It's a perfect microphone for canceling out the noise of a very loud rock band, and you hold it close, and it's a perfectly well-designed instrument. It's not so expensive that you'd be afraid to take it out, right? So, but that's the majority of the population, if you want to use that as a metaphor, as an analogy. And the sensitive mic, there's a lot good about a sensitive mic because it picks up these subtleties. But it's not something you want to take with you on the road, right? It's fragile. But the thing is, if you have a case and a shock mount, you're going to be okay. So part of what I've done in my own life and what I want to teach other people is how to create that shock mount for your life so that you can do what you came here to do and be who you wanted to be. And I'm walking my talk here. I'm setting the example and putting it out there because when I speak it, then I have to do it, right? And one of my big goals, what all this other stuff is all about, is recording these songs. I don't know if you can see that, but this is 40 years of my songs. And most people can't even comprehend. This is about 550 songs at this point. And most people can't comprehend what that amount of songage is. And most people don't have the time to even listen to them. So my conundrum was, how do I preserve these songs and how do I remember them? Because I'm starting to forget them. And one thought I had for a long time was that I could go into the recording studio and just record them. And I did that back in the 90s. I recorded a lot of my songs, just simply me and guitar in Gene Moore's studio. And I still have those on digital audio tape, DAT tapes, and I have some of those. But the frustration for me is, you know, I think I play better and I sing better than I did then. So I want to actually preserve my songs on video. And it's the kind of project, if I did one every day, it would take me 540 days to complete this project. And then looking back, I was like, wow, I've made over 400 videos this year. Why couldn't I make over 400 videos of just a song every day? And the challenge is it's hard to do something like that every day. But at the very least, there are songs that I really, really like that I still remember that I would like to preserve. And then after I get those on videotape, then I can start working through some of the songs that I don't remember so well. So that's the big project, and that's kind of what's emerging for me, at least today. And this is my life's work, and this is what I was put here to do. But I had to learn all the other stuff in order to do this. Does that make sense? And if you would like to learn how to do NLP or hypnosis to master your mind for a change, or even if you want to do it as a professional, I'm certified as a trainer in all of these things, and I'll be talking more about that in the future if I decide to do another training. However, thinking about it, but the main thing, everything hinges on this. This is what I know I was put here to do, because I write songs really well, and I don't know if they're better than anybody else's, but they're my songs and it's my life, and I think it's one way that I can hopefully tell my story. So what my idea is, and we'll see, I'm going to try it out after I finish this video. The idea is that I'm going to explain a little bit of where the song came from, about this song. I do that in my blog, marksheppardsongs.com. I do it on Bandcamp, markshepard.bandcamp.com. And there's a little place about this song, because there's often a story behind a song. And I don't like telling the stories when I'm performing. I just want to play the songs. But sometimes it's helpful to have the story And you can listen to the About This Song before or after you hear the song. So that's going to do that. That's going to be the way it is. That. So I'll say a little bit about the song, and then I'll play the song. And I may have to do a couple of different takes. They may not be perfect performances. And I'm recording them right here in my living room. And the main thing is I want to be able to see my hands on the guitar. So if I ever forget how to play it, I can remind myself by watching myself play it. And other people could learn how to play them too. And that would be a deep honor. If you wanted to learn how to play one of my songs and sing it, then send me a video. I want to see people singing my songs. I'd love to hear people singing my songs. That's it for now. That's the big project. I'm calling it A Life in Song. And I get started on it, and then I get away from it. But I always keep coming back to it. And sometimes I have to follow the energy. But that's a lot of songs. And I hope you're open to joining me on this journey and to hearing some of what is in here. So that's it for today. My name is Mark Shepard. If you like this, please like it. And if you want to subscribe, I'd love it if you would subscribe. That really helps a lot. The more subscribers, the more subscribers. Social proof. And right now, I think I have 81 subscribers. And that's up from 73 about a week ago. So we're starting to go here. And that's it. That's all I got. I love you guys. And I just wanted to check in. So this week, your assignment, your daily mind mastery assignment or your weekly mind mastery assignment is keep track of your progress. Write down some of the significant things you do. And if you just did one significant thing every day towards your goal, that would be significant. So for example, if you want to lose weight, you could keep track of the fact that, instead of eating a bag of potato chips, I ate a salad, right? Keep track. And go with the high, healthy fats, please, healthy fats, please. Be open in your mind. Healthy fats, medium amount of protein, and very minimal carbs, right? And of course, we're talking net carbs. So if you eat like greens, salads, there are carbs in there, but you get a lot of fiber, and the fiber's good too. All right. So that's a little bit of my assignment for next week, should you choose to accept it. And I'm gonna start singing and making some videos, and I'll be releasing them this week as we go through the week. So that's it for now. Mark Shepard, over and out. Bye.